have you seen anything like that?
Alrighty, welcome back. Episode 1.5/2 of The Swing of It. We will just straight off the top. We had an episode last week. We recorded it, we released it, and I had some errors in judgment. So did Ron. It was probably more Ron than anyone else. We're not allowed to say what it was though. So I think we'll just leave it at that. It was more you than us, but we're happy to just move on. And now we're on episode 2. Anyone got any qualms with that?
Are you taking the downfall for this?
Did you just say me?
Yeah.
Did he?
Well, you can't rebut. You can't say anything about it.
You know what? I'm actually, it was all you, mate.
It was wrong.
Yeah,
we're not allowed to say anything more about it. We're on to episode 2. Welcome back. The Swing of It. Real quick, over the weekend, it was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Open. Who cares? It's the lead up to, it's a nothing week. Brian Harmon won. I think he had 3 over on the last day. Whatever. Tony Finau hit a hole in one to make the cut and get paid, which was pretty cool. Did you see that?
I did.
I didn't see any golf.
Yeah,
No.
it doesn't really matter. It's a real stepping stone of a week into the biggest week in golf, which is exciting. The Masters this week. We'll talk all things about that. I watched the Arrowtown Major the other day. Looking forward to being in the next one and probably taking it out. But yeah, it was good. I watched that and it was. We'll talk a little bit about that. We'll throw some multis together for the Masters coming up, and we will obviously just be chatting whatever it is about golf that we all enjoy. How are we, lads? How's the week been?
It's been up and down for me. I've gone from highs to lows big time with the golf game.
Yep, disappointing.
Really happy to talk about it as well. But no, pretty cruisy one. I've been at a golf course this morning, just filming and stuff. So
What were we allowed to say? What one? Or?
yeah, of course.
Can we say what one it is?
Yes, I was down at Secret Harbour this morning.
What a track that is! Yeah, a beautiful track.
They've got it looking really nice at the moment as well. They've just bounced back from Renos about a month ago.
Nice.
This morning it was a little bit misty, but the sun was poking through the clouds. It was just really, as a golf photographer, it was a really, really nice morning for it. So, yep.
What about you, Ron?
I spent the week coaching, changing lives for the better. Played a bit of golf on Sunday at Cot. Cot was looking actually really good.
It is looking good. Haven't been there in a couple of weeks.
Really
Need to
good.
get down.
Play with some mates. Actually we get together probably once every 3 months and we play for a trophy. The real winner is if you win. If we ever go to a pub, you don't have to get up to get a drink.
That's
you
nice.
Stay on your seat. If it's your buy, you hand it to one of the boys.
Card, yep, up you go.
If you can get that at a wedding, it's just it's a gold mine. You sit there at a wedding and you just put your hand up.
Wow,
The boys,
yeah,
no
that's
arguing
going-
either. If you argue or you
Shit.
kick up a stink, you'll get picked on for the whole night. So
How many are in that little tournament?
just 4. Good rules, like if you win, you lose 2 shots. Everyone else gains a shot. So it just the winner keeps fluctuating.
Yep. So you have to play out of your skin to go back to back.
Yeah. So big handicap drops and it's a lot of pressure. But yeah, didn't win. So I'm glad we're talking about it. Came second again.
What'd you shoot?
I had 4 over.
You take that.
You
That's
do
pretty
take that.
Pretty good for me.
So speaking of not winning and coming second again, this is a beautiful segue into the Arrowtown video that I watched last night. What a track, first of all.
Yeah, unique.
Fucking hell, that looked tough.
Yep.
Like, it was as narrow as anything I've seen. Narrowtown, obviously, is what it's called, but that was incredible.
I've never seen fairways like it, to the point where having the drone over doing the flyovers, you can't find where the fairway is. It's literally, some of them were as shallow as like 5 meters wide.
Gravy struggled to find it.
Across
the day.
He was having a shocker.
He
I
had-
felt that was day 1 of the trip too.
Yeah,
So
he was battling.
yeah,
poor
we've all
fella.
been there.
Well, I wasn't there in New Zealand. I held it together the whole time. But so I got the dub.
Mate, that so I'll run us through. I'll go skip to the last hole. If you haven't watched it, do yourself a favour and jump on Ron's YouTube and watch that because it is very, very good. The last hole, you started like a house on fire.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, really got off to a flying start.
I didn't know what to do with myself.
And then late in the piece, you found that what was it? You took a drop and hit your third in. That's as good a golf shot as you'll see.
Oh, last
On the very
On
last
the very
hole.
last hole,
Yeah.
on 18.
Yep, I hit a little baby draw, and that's the
Doesn't
first
ha-
draw I've
the
ever
rest of
hit.
them were going.
Yeah.
The rest of them were going
Yeah.
out right.
Gravy's neck is kinked to the left from always looking right. But yeah, that one drew in nicely, and I just needed a 2-putt and then dropped. I don't know, must have been about 40. It felt like 40 foot that last putt.
It was a big putt to finish. And yours.
I thought I dobbed
yeah.
mine,
Yeah.
and I thought yours lipped out as well, but yours lipped in, mine lipped out. Typical. But some pretty cool bounces there. That was the thing I noticed. You had to land it short. big 10-meter bounce, and then you had to like keep adjusting, and yeah.
I think it was pretty obvious. That's as raw emotion as you'll ever get from me. I was
On the course, yeah.
Yeah, that was
You were up and about.
Some highs and lows, but like that when that putt dropped, I was celebrated hard then, and like when I won like the monthly mug, and you know that meant so much to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I knew how much meant on that one putt as well.
It was a massive putt, and it got me. I love tournaments. I love the idea of playing for a little trophy, the Masters or the Challenges, or whatever you guys are doing. We have an annual golf challenge in my family, the Brayshaw Golf Classic. It's been running for 4 years now. I missed the first 2 because of I had work, and now I've been in the last 2. One last year's one. The year before that, we played. It's over 2 days. Andrew, it's a cumulative stable. The winner gets to set the rules. So Dad had made this eclectic rule set. Gets to day 2. I am the second. I'm the last group, my group. So each of the Brayshaws get to bring 3 guests. You guys score. My group was leading day 1, coming up 18. We putt out. We think we've won, but we had the low handicapper in our group, and there was a ruling from the group in front. So Andrew's group was coming second, and they had a ruling about a point of entry from the water, because the second approach, the last approach shot Andrew hit went in the drink. They had a question about where it was the point of entry, so it like landed on these rocks, came back in the water. And they walked up, it was over a lake, and he was like, fuck, I can't be bothered going back. I'm going to take the drop here and ask Wade in the next group what the rule is. If he says go back and hit it from where it went into the lake, we do that. But otherwise, it's just play ball. So we've won. Andrew's asked Wade, what's the rule? He said, you actually have to go back and hit it. So he's gone back over this at Ellenbrook, the 18th hole on the back, I don't know what course it is, the Vines maybe. He's hit a 120-metre shot. And we didn't know at the time, but it's gone. He's hit this thing with a pitching wedge. 1, 2, 3 in the hole. Holed out from 120 to win the tournament. And he's won off a hole out from 120 and sunk me. And then we've gone and won it this year. But it's massive. This year's huge too. We're at Cottesloe for 36 holes on one day. Into just drinking a stupid amount of piss that night and then fronting up at Royal Freo the next day.
Oh, it's got cramps written all over it.
It's going to be huge.
Yeah,
it's going to be massive.
Oh, that's good. That's very good.
I'm not in any sort of tournaments like that. I do love an annual type thing, but that's why I think this meant so much to me, because other than like pennants, I don't really go. I don't really go away on like golf trips and stuff.
Are you going to do? Is that going to be the chopper? Is that going to be are you going to have majors? Is it going to be 4 of them, or is it just?
Well, I think anytime we go away, there's got to be one.
Big one
if we're in another country, another state, it has to be that major for that state, country. It has to be a thing, and you have to come up with a trophy this time.
I thought it was Grey Fox. No, I thought it was a loser, but I'm happy to, because I've got a very good.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
The head cover was nice. The Ricky Bobby head cover. I did like that.
The guy that makes them, Braden McCubbing, he could make a fortune doing it, but he doesn't. He's not keen. He'll do the odd one, but I keep telling him do it, but he's not really keen to keep going with the head covers because he does a good job.
So we have winner gets to pick where and the format for the next year, and the loser has to organise it all.
Oh, good.
So I have picked this year. It's going to be at Cottesloe 36 holes. So we have 18 in the morning, 18 in the afternoon, scramble both times into an individual format on the second day. Will had to organise it all. So I just said, here you go, mate. Here's what I want. Yeah. And I'm the member at I can't say that. I play golf frequently at Cottesloe and had to and just gave him the CEO's email address and said, sort it out, mate. There you go.
Oh, no.
Exactly. So that was very fun. But I also then have to get I got to get the prizes for the winner. So I'm not sure what I'm going to go with. Thinking about going the bag with like the zipper, engraved zipper.
Oh, yeah.
The Brayshaw Golf Classic 2025.
Do you have a logo, like a family logo?
A crest?
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good idea. We do have a family crest.
There you go. Bang. Put that on the front.
Shit.
That's a pretty good prize.
That's a fucking cracking idea. So, all right, we've enough of that. The Masters is this week. It's the biggest week of golf in the whole year.
Yep.
Is this your favourite major to watch?
Yeah, that and the Open is the British Open is very close, but only because the British Open is on a time that we can watch it.
Yeah,
But I will get up to watch the Masters. It's the one I'll get up at 3, 4.
Do you get up all 4 days, or is it
day 1 and day 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go day 4. I'll just watch the recap of day 1. I'll get up because like if I get up at 5 on a on a Friday morning, I can watch the last couple of holes of the day 1, but then I'll be up at 2, 3 o'clock on the last day to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I'll be up all 4 days. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember in 2019 when Tiger won, I remember I woke Fiona up. We were actually in Victoria at the time. I woke the missus up and said, "You have to watch this. Like, you don't even understand what's happening." She couldn't, still to this day, couldn't give a shit. But yeah, made her get up and watch it, and she's like, eyes barely open. I'm like half crying. I'm like, "You gotta watch this."
That was the best. I was up. That was just like it was fucked. Molinari shit the bed, put it in the water, and you just knew it was over.
That pine cone, man. The pine cone. You know the shot over. Yeah.
Yep.
It's like it is the pinnacle of golf, and we'll do some stuff with it later on. But I've just it got me thinking. There's all these hypotheticals that you see and you talk about, and one that I always get every time this year is if you could play in the Masters, but your tee shot, you start from the furthest point from the hole on the green. So let's say every hole, you just enter the field, but you start, your ball starts, shot one is from the furthest point on the green to the hole. How are you going?
Could you win it?
Could you win it? Could you make the cut? Are you going under par? Like,
I think I'd make the cut. I'm three-whacking most things like every weekend on cord greens or lightning fast greens.
Correct.
I got no touch on the... But I think I'd make the cut. What's the cut's going to be? Something around 5 under? Maybe not even that deep.
Well, on a par 5, you can 5-whack it for par.
Yeah.
I reckon you'd do all right. I wouldn't. You boys would do all right.
Yeah, but like if you think about it, the 12th hole, the furthest point from that green... Is it the 12th hole, the one that goes over the creek?
Yeah, the beam.
The furthest point from that hole on the green is like
you
a
put it in the
60
water.
metre putt.
Yeah.
You put that in the water.
That's a par 5, but you've got a 60 metre putt on the hardest greens going.
No, 12th is the par 3, isn't it?
What's the one that is over that
the
creek?
research here.
Yeah.
There's
10,
one that's
11.
over the green. The one that Phil was like 80 metres away a couple of years ago and said, take the flag out.
Yeah, that's 12. It has to be 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 12. Yeah.
Anyway, that's like a 60 metre long green that you have to putt on.
Yep.
I don't think you'd win it.
I don't reckon win it.
No, I wouldn't win it.
So what won it last year? Jaden, pull that up. I'll get it real quick. What was the winning score last year at the Masters? 2024. Does anyone know off the top of their head? I want to have a guess.
I'm going to say 11.
Winning Masters
It's got to be deeper than that.
score. Scotty Scheffler was 11 under last year. That's pretty.
There's no way.
pretty good.
That was that was not even a good
That's why I'm
guess.
on the pod, mate. I know what I'm doing.
So 11 under. You got to go 3 under a day on the greens.
Yep. I reckon you could do a par 5s, 4 jab it. There's 4 birdies already.
Yeah, but then you've got par 3s where you have to 3 putt.
Yeah, okay. I didn't. Yeah.
Like you can easily have a 5 putt
Yeah.
on these greens and
Like
you're
putt
done.
it in the water, re-go.
It's just a shame that you can't set it up. You can't do a trial for it. You can't. There's no real world situation.
There's
where
no
you can
way
do
you
that.
could figure out what you would actually, unless you go and play there and just decide to play a second ball from the furthest point of every green.
Everything.
Yeah, see, I think you'd make the cut, but you just wouldn't win. 11 under on those greens, I just don't think you're putting that well.
No.
I just think it'd be too tough.
Yeah.
It'd be more. Well, people I've talked to have been there. The TV doesn't show how like pure undulation there is on those greens. Like it's so much more than you think.
Tap it and you just...
It's gone, yeah. And they're quick.
It's like even when we're filming you, well, I try and get real low so you can actually see the way that the ball's going to move, and it just never does it. Even
It never
standing there
comes
with
across
the camera.
well on camera. No way. And the other one that I've seen come up quite a little bit is: would you rather play in the feature group on day 4 for just nothing? You're not going to win. You're not going to lose. You're just there playing. You play 18 holes feature group of day 4, or you play 18 holes at your home course with Tiger Woods.
Oh,
I'd play the
man.
Masters. Unless it's Tiger Woods 2000, then you'll have some good stories.
Well, I mean, Tiger Woods now has got the same stories.
Yeah, no, but he's limping and whinging. You want him when he's like red hot and he wants to go out after.
I
think-
And his phone's going off mid-game and he's, that's what you got there, buddy.
Yeah, Tiger.
Yeah, I think I'd take the feature group.
You
I
take
think
the feature group?
I'd enjoy it. When we played that Blitz event, I was so nervous. So Blitz event at West Australian Golf Club.
Yep.
We had about 300 people following us around the golf course, and I actually really enjoyed it. I loved a bit of banter with the crowd. Hit a tee shot on the 17th hole, and someone yelled out "apple sauce," which is just like a real good yell, like "apple sauce." I really enjoyed that.
Andrew played in the Pro-Am at Raw Freo with Min and reckons there was, there would have been 100 odd people following him around. And he just said it was the best thing ever. Like he'd go right, he'd slice one or he'd hook one off a tee, someone up near the green, got it, mate. Andy, yours just here, mate. It's like brilliant. Like the gallery drop is one of my favourite rules for social golf, where if you hit it, if everyone off the tee says that's probably where it is, but you can't find it, free drop, because if there was a gallery there in a comp, 100 people would have found it. But that's exactly what it was. He'd just go right off the tee and someone, yeah, mate, just here, behind that bush. Yep, got you, mate. So I do, but I think I'd rather play Augusta as well than play with Tiger. Because then every year you watch the Masters, you can say, I've played there.
Yeah.
I think as well, when you're
I've
on a
been
golf
there.
course with someone, you have conversation, but it's never deep conversation. It's just like a passing comment between shots.
Yeah.
It's
unless
real hard.
It's very hard to walk the,
Yeah.
You don't walk the course with that person.
My ball would never be where his ball is going to be. So I'd be through the bush and he's on the fairway. So
I'd be nowhere near it. And I also just think, it's cool to play with him. He's the best ever. But what are you getting out of him in 18 holes?
Well, there's a COP member, I won't say their name. She told me she paid 10 grand when he came to Burswood to play 2 holes with him.
2 holes?
2 holes. Oh, my
2
goodness.
holes, 1 and 2.
If money's the issue, there's no issue there.
Yeah.
Because she's all right. That's incredible. 10 grand for 2 holes.
When he said 10 grand, I'm like, I'd pay 10 grand, play 18 with him.
No, 2
Two
holes.
holes.
She got 2
Two
holes.
holes is a bit silly. I probably wouldn't do that. All right. Well, speaking of Masters, who wins? Like, it's live betting is, I think Scotty Scheffler's $5 or something, which seems just ludicrous. I don't think he'll win it. I hope Rory doesn't win it.
You don't want Rory. I was going to say, I reckon Rory's got it.
I hope
This is
he
the year he does.
You're
I'm saying Rory.
Okay, so I was going to go down that track as well.
I hope he gets to 18 with a 3-shot lead and has a triple.
Oh, you don't like him?
I don't. He's like just all high and mighty about this live PGA stuff. He's taken it upon himself to be the spokesperson, but fuck off, mate. You know, just like,
Yeah, fair enough.
that's my opinion. Just fuck off. You know, let the man go and secure the bag with the Saudis.
Yeah.
I was on that, and I feel like it's the same with me, and I'm a Richmond supporter, but me and Carlton. So the last couple of years, I have just furious with Carlton support. Like every single time, I didn't even know that I had so many mates that were Carlton supporters. All of a sudden, last year they've come out of nowhere, and it's made me dislike Carlton.
Of course.
But I've had to change my mindset to now like Carlton. Otherwise, I'm the idiot. Do you know what I mean? So I'm taking it upon myself to hate these people because they're in my grill. Yeah. And that's the way I'm approaching Rory.
So you like him or you hate him?
Yeah, I'm going on I disliked him and now I'm on him again.
No,
does that make any sense?
It does, but I'm off him.
Okay.
I just hope it made me happy. I mean, I don't know the guy from a bar of soap, so I'm throwing shade at him for no reason. But I loved when Bryson beat him.
Oh,
And he missed the putt, missed the next putt, and just bounced. Got into and just couldn't stay and just was out of there.
Yep.
Like it just was, it was one for the good guys, I think.
Who are you tipping then?
You're tipping Rory.
You tipping Rory?
I'm saying Rory.
All right, don't rip my head off, mate. Okay, well, I would love someone like Fleetwood to get up. Tommy Fleetwood. I'd just love for him to get his foot. Would that be considered a PGA win? It's not, is it?
Yeah.
Masters is a PGA win.
It's like co-sanctioned with everyone, basically.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, yeah, okay. Yeah, well then Tommy. I want Tommy to win it.
I had Oberg last year, and I think he was just so good. He's young as too.
Yeah. That was his first one too.
Yeah, and he was just good. I think he's going to win it. I'm going to take him again. I don't think he's overly expensive at the moment either.
What about Angel Cabrera? Angel. You see that?
No.
Out of jail, played in a senior event, US senior event, won it.
You want Angel to win?
It
No,
just shows what sort of bloke you are, honestly.
I hope Angel and Rory are playing on 18 and Angel just gives him a swift Bob
No, he
Barker
spent
to the chalk.
he won last week, and he's taking because he gets full exemption for life. He's playing in it, and he won last week. He's in form, and he plays well there. That'd be
a story.
not a popular win. Now,
No way.
he was a very popular player, but I wouldn't think he'd get received well this week.
What would be
That's if the weather doesn't stop at all. Eventually, I
actually.
guess it will eventually go through, but weather looks pretty cool.
the other one that I've been seeing a little bit, and that tickles my fancy quite a bit, is what would be your championship dinner?
Or the food.
Yeah, so you win. Let's just say you win this year, or you win last year. You're rolling out. All the previous champions are in, and you get to set the menu.
Or you would do something like you'd make everyone have a palmy and a Guinness or something, wouldn't you? Like you'd go like a proper Aussie palmy.
So I go the other way.
You'd go fancy.
Yeah, 100%.
You'd go fancy.
Yeah. Like I love
You're steak. You're a big steak.
Oh yeah, I love sort of, but I'd love like beef cheek or something, like a beef cheek ragu or something like that.
See what I mean?
What
is that?
Cheek ragu.
What is that?
Immediately when I think like something nice, just a nice beef, beef cheek.
Well, I know what
It's like
it is.
like a hearty, rich, and then ragu. It's like a pasta. Anyways.
When we get food at like we played a game of golf, we go to the clubhouse and then like the menu's there. I'll be like, oh, what's this? And he'll stand up and he go, oh, okay, so like this part is the porterhouse, and he'll like get into your back.
You're dissecting the cow.
Me, but doing it on me like that's what that's what you're gonna get. You can get that filler right, and you're gonna.
Well, you get to know.
Yeah,
So
well.
obviously, butcher background. Yeah, that's even like the other night. What I cooked a rump roast for dinner, but normally I do like a blade roast that comes out of the forequarter.
Yeah.
So up the top, yeah.
Taking the shot. Yeah.
But then obviously the rump comes from your ass.
Of course.
Yeah.
What are your
What's the best part
differences?
What's the best part?
Oh,
What is the best part of the? Yeah. What is the best
Primo
part of the?
steak.
Well, I just said beef cheek. So like
That's the best thing you can buy.
no,
Is
the
that a steak?
no. So beef cheek, it comes like a little socket like this, about that thick.
Beautiful.
Slow cook it, stays in a piece, and just like shreds apart. It's like the most.
That's pretty good.
And then if you want to get
how many of them do you get out of one cow?
like cheek,
Just 2 cheek.
like actually,
So you're
I'm
just getting-
talking like cheek.
Yeah,
like
but I'm talking like if
Well, how
you're
many?
feeding all the past champions, how many dead cows do we need for enough
15
cheeks?
15 dead cows.
Beautiful.
Slaughter them myself.
So that's your favourite part of the cow, the cheek.
Oh, it's up there. It depends what you're cooking. This could be like a 40-minute conversation about like what cut of.
we got time.
we got time.
We got time. Yeah, you're talking to VJ Singh. You got Tiger here. We're all chewing the fat.
Beef cheek's going to always go well. I love like a good caveman ribeye, like with the tomahawk type setup.
Yep.
I do like a rib, but then like a specific like the intercostal of it. So between the bone. That's something we can go on forever, mate. Starting to get hungry.
So you are serving a 12-course cow degustation to.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it, mate.
And you're going to Parma and a Guinness. Parma and a Guinness. Yeah. I would probably be along those lines. Like I wanted to have a Parma at my wedding. Just have righto. You get a choice of steak or Parma, and you're good to go.
Yep.
And then I don't think that'd really get up with a keeper. So I think we might have probably looking at something different come the time that I get married. Yeah, but I reckon I'd be the same. Or just like, what else? I just Mexican, like tacos and burritos, the old El Paso, just real easy.
Ruin everyone on the first
Just a
tee the
fucking
next day.
massive tray of them. Just do it yourself. Or Subway. I fucking love Subway.
Well, Scheffler went down the line of like he had like a burger, like a cheeseburger or something.
Someone got Macca's? Did someone get Macca's or am I just making that up?
I think you're making that up.
I feel like someone just did McDonald's a couple of years ago. Anyway, that's what I would do. So we're having a 12-course degustation or some Parmas.
Perfect.
That'd be huge. All right. Well, what I actually thought we could do now, because the betting is live, we've got no betting affiliates here, so feel free to jump on board any of the gambling responsibly companies that would like to. But I am just quickly jumping on, and what we can do, I thought we could build a little multi that we can throw together. There is markets for winning and whatever. I don't want to do that. Let's just try and get something that'll actually win. So I'm thinking we go a top 5, all these including ties, top 5, top 10, top 20, and then top Aussie.
Yep.
So who do we think? We'll start with top Aussie because that's an easier one. Let's go lock that in. Who are we thinking for top Aussie this weekend?
Well, who's playing?
So I'll read you the list of. They've got it down here as top. Hey, there we go. Jaden's just texted me. Bubba Watson had Chuck E. Cheese as his. So
Really?
that's probably where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chucky, yeah, that's probably where I think. That's where I was thinking. So in the list here, we've got Minwoo Lee at 330. We've got Cam Smith at 360. Jason Day 375. Adam Scott 550, and Cam Davis at 950.
I got Jason Day.
Yeah, I was going to say Day.
I like Jason Day. I think Minwoo Lee's nearly there, but he'll probably I think he'll make the cut.
Day does well all the time though. That's his place. That's
and
his
then
place.
Min just falls away a little bit in the back end.
I hope he doesn't.
No, yeah, same. I'd love Min to go close.
Yep.
But I think Jay's not a bad shout there. Righto, top 5, including ties. Scotty Scheffler's $1.83. Rory's $2.25. Colin Morikawa then next. John Rahm, DeChambeau, Oberg, Schauffele, Thomas. We can just keep
We
rolling.
got a little
through.
Fleetwood. Fleetwood top 5.
Tommy Fleetwood top 5's paying $6.
I don't reckon top 5.
I reckon we
Can
can
you
throw
pick him to
him.
win it?
Yeah, I know, but I can't see McIlroy making
Well-
top 5 either.
Well, should we do because you've picked Fleetwood, you've got McIlroy, I've got Oberg. Should we do them top
yeah.
5, top 10, or top 20?
Yeah, let's go for it.
So
I
who
want
do we
Angel
want?
Cabrera top 20. That would be paying a beautiful amount, I would have thought.
We can
this?
we can have him to make the cut.
Your
I reckon-
jailbird.
No, Angel.
Your
Angel
your
uppercut.
jailbird.
I reckon he will.
So we can have him to make the cut. Let's do him to make the cut. But of ours, of Rory, of Oberg, and of Fleetwood, who's going to be top 5? Do we think of those guys?
Do you go Rory?
Rory's just a pretty safe one. He's in pretty good
Yeah, I
form.
don't want to be safe. I like
You
Fleetwood.
don't want to be safe. You want a
Fleetwood,
Fleetwood top
$6.
five.
Is it his money?
No. We'll build it
chime
as a
in.
group.
Oh, okay.
So Rory's $2.25 for top 5. Oberg's $4 and Fleetwood's $6.
Here at Fleetwood.
Go Fleetwood.
We're going to Fleetwood.
You've said it enough times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fleetwood top 5. So that would give us Rory or Oberg top 10. Who are we thinking?
Oberg, paying better.
Yep. And then Rory top 20 is paying $1.20. So that'll just be a little booster. He'll get in there, no question. Oberg $2.50 for top 10. And then if we go where's the to make the cut? To miss the cut or to make the cut? That's what I want. I want make the cut. And
That's a good multi-builder.
It's a nice little one. What's your bloke's name? Who we look?
Angel.
I'm just going to scroll down the bottom.
E-A.
Angel Cabrera is $4.60 to make the cut.
Bang.
Lovely.
So we're looking at Day to be the top Aussie, Fleetwood top 5, McIlroy top 20, Oberg top 10, and Angel Cabrera to make the cut. Oh boy, hang on, why isn't it letting me put Jason Day in there? It's a multi. No, we're standard multi. Fuck, it's not letting me do it. I won't say what that app is because they've got time to get it better. Oh, actually, I've got to tick these, don't I? Tick, 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 tick.
Now I'm curious.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? Chuck a pineapple on it?
I think we chuck something on it, don't we? So you can't, it's telling me we can't multi Jason Day in there. So we can't keep Jason
It's
Day.
him as the top Aussie.
Yeah. And you also can't put Cabrera. Oh, that's annoying. That's $82 minus Jason Day.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
So that's top, well, because Fleetwood's paid $6 for top 5. Fleetwood, McIlroy, Oberg, Cabrera is paying $82.
Chuck
we
a nice
whack 50 on that and we're rich.
chuck a
We're going
pineapple
back
or
to
a
New
cheeky
Zealand.
galah and we're laughing,
We
mate.
go back to New Zealand, $4,100.
Go
Easy.
back to New Zealand.
Well, we may as well spend it now.
It's actually snowing. We got a picture
it
this
really?
morning. Jack's Point. The mountains got snow all over it. It's getting too cold.
You can't play golf in the snow, can you?
They do.
Yeah, they do like you skiing 9 holes or something like that.
Oh, actually, yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
That's I probably wouldn't do that. It'd be too cold.
There's a long way to go to freeze.
To
if you want to
freeze.
go that far and do it
And
properly.
like, imagine I don't hit them pure all the time, so I imagine you just be rattling your hands the whole way up.
It's the layers. Even in winter, I almost can't wear a jumper because I've got no swing in the first place. And then trying to add layers to that and like,
I feel very restricted, very restricted.
yep.
I don't ever play. I sometimes play in a jump like a jacket if it's cold, if it's raining, but I will. Yeah, I can't wear a jumper. Just restricts me too much, and I like to swing hard and swing free.
One of the quickest swing speeds I've ever
I
seen.
like to swing aggressive and fast.
You got something? I was going to bring something up.
Go for it.
So I had a couple of people message me. I put the feelers out there and said, "Has anybody got a question they'd like to ask?"
Yep.
Someone messaged through, and it's actually something I'd like to talk about because I mentioned it last week. I get hit up all the time about it.
Of course.
The handicap system and how my handicap is the way it is. So someone asked for me to.
Mine's close to this. My
Okay.
topic. This will blend well. We've done well here.
Yeah.
So I wanted to, like, with a little knowledge that I have, talk about the handicap system and how it works.
Okay, checks out.
You obviously know how
I'm
the
across
handicap.
it. I'm across it.
So I guess this is probably more so for people that don't have a handicap and how the handicap works. When you first come into golf, and it could be if you've stopped playing golf and you lose your handicap, you have to submit 3 cards. Of those 3 cards, they get an average of what your handicap would be. Say you just miraculously shoot 10 over for all 3 rounds, your handicap is then 10. You're 10 over.
My mate had in his first 3 rounds, he went 15 over, 18 over, and then somehow shot 76.
Wow.
Will they
And
give
so
him
his
4?
handicap was off like 7, and it took him about a year and a half to get to where he needed to be.
Yeah. So fast forward, after 3 rounds, you've got your handicap. That's how you get your handicap. Then it slowly goes up and down and it figures itself out until you've played 20 rounds. After 20 rounds, it then takes your 8 best rounds and then averages them out.
Mm-hmm.
Of those 8, your average is then your handicap, give or take a few little minor things judging on how the rest of the field went during your round of golf, and then it figures it out compared to the slope rating and the scratch rating of the day. It might just adjust it like 0.1 of a shot depending on how the rest of the field went.
Yep.
That is how your handicap is figured out. Any arguments?
No arguments there. That is
That's
it.
spot on. Yeah.
That's how it happens. So are people asking you how you're off 9? Are they saying that you're shit and you shouldn't be off that?
Well,
is that what they're saying?
Someone wrote that, and then someone said, "There's no way you're off a 9 handicap," and I said, I know it should be like 2 or 3. And then it actually got a bunch of love underneath it. But I just quickly wanted to like read out my last previous like 10 scores of, so
I'll do the same.
yeah. So we go off, and this is how
Because we're in a battle here because I'm nipping at your heels.
So this is my last 10 rounds, and I'm going to read out what I shot off the stick, what it's calculated to.
Sure.
15.7. Had an absolute shocker.
This is Stableford points, 15.7?
No.
You played
so
2A.
off the stick. So I'll just round it off. So played 16 over, 6 over, 14 over, 11 over, 4 over, 10 over, 12 over, 9 over, 7, 9, 13, 10, 11, 15, 15, 30. I don't want to talk about that. 17, 14, 14, 13. So they're my last 20 rounds. How wildly they change.
That's incredible.
But the handicap has taken my 8 best rounds, which is there's a 6 and a 4 and a 5.
Yep.
And rounds them off. So that's how my handicaps work. That's how the handicap system works.
So I'll do that too. My last 10 were 9 over, 14 over, 12 over, 14 over, 13 over, 21 over, 16, 17, 14, 16, 16, 18. Yeah, I'm not great. And I don't know how, but like I'm in there. I've got a 10, I've got a 4, I've got an 8. That's why I'm off 9.1. I go from anywhere from like 4 overs my best round in here to 26 over. Which isn't good. Like that's at what point you're a good golfer. At what point do you reckon that grouping gets tighter? At what point are you consistent enough that you're not having 30 overs anymore?
I reckon when you're probably, probably 8.
No.
Oh, so I'm not. I'm just a
8
little bit
below?
off. I'm 9.1, so I'm nearly there.
I'd argue that and say like until you're off like 2, you won't have that one round where you don't shoot like 15 over.
Mate, the 15 over, anyone can do that.
Yeah.
So
I'm talking more like the 30 overs.
Oh yeah. That's 10 below. That's a 30 you've just given up on life. That's why that's happened.
Yeah.
You could have pulled your finger out and got a nice little 29 over if you
I think I did try to pull my finger out.
So that's a good. I like the handicap system. I like how it works. It is interesting.
Well, my thing is about I don't like it.
Oh, okay, perfect. Why not?
Well, did you play golf when it was the old system?
No, I don't remember it.
Okay. Well, so the reason I bring this up, so there's this Instagram thing called Handicap Tracker, and it basically keeps track of probably YouTube golfers.
Yep.
And the lowest is Bryson, who plays off +8.
Checks out.
Which is, below
He
it.
plays off the Reds though, so
Below it is a ton of people, like +7, +6, who should be on tour if that's what it was.
Yep.
When I was growing up, there would have been, in WA, there would have been like 5 people off a plus handicap.
Yep.
Like that's it. And they were like amazing. And the handicap system was pretty brutal. So when you're off a low handicap, if you beat your handicap by 1 shot that day, you only went down 0.1. If you didn't beat it, you went out 0.1. If you had a shocker, you went out 0.2. So to get it, to play enough good golf for it to get to a plus handicap, you had to be just
routinely going under the card.
Like solid as a rock. I did a bit of research. So it gives Ron a plus 1.4 handicap on this handicap system.
Yep.
I then took those rounds and I used the old handicap system and it gave me a 1.4, positive 1.4.
Okay, so you're the other way around.
Other way around. I did it for you, Joel. It gave you an 8.3, and then the old handicap system, you'd be playing off a 10.4.
That's close.
Checks out.
Yeah, I reckon I would be off
11.
Yeah, that checks
Got
out
you
for
off
me.
11. I also had a look at did a bit of research.
Yeah.
PGA Tour, they basically have a scoring average, and it's just every single round divided by the amount of rounds they play.
Yep.
You don't get to throw out any. Like Rory is leading, or was last year, with 69.25. I'm 74.9. That's my every round counts. Joel, your PGA Tour scoring average is 85.8.
Yep,
and Ham is 84.7.
What was yours?
85.
I'm 84.
But he's played less.
Yeah, that's true. I played less
when
games.
I was having a look at that. But
Yeah, I have played less.
You know what though? You just know how old you sound? You just sound like an
when did that change?
well, I was just everyone's off a plus handicap.
When did
and
the
it was-
handicap system change then?
Whoa.
You and Gary Player are just chewing the fat over it.
Eating beef cheeks.
It was early 2000s, I think. what it did, it rated courses, which I agree with. So, like, if you're a member at Kwinana, compared to the cut, it changes because the cut's rated harder or whatever.
Yep.
I completely agree with that. It's just all these guys who have these plus handicaps that I don't think should be off plus. Are not a true dinky dyer.
Bring them into the
old
crucible.
school.
Just get them into a game. Get them into one-on-one. That's
I
where
do, and they beat me.
You know what?
You got to
I
bring
reckon,
them back.
I reckon you just get over it, mate.
Oh, no.
So
Because I hear it all the time. You hear it from like all the old boys. Well, back in the old, handicaps, there'd be none of these single-figure handicappers, and which I agree on. Good on you. But you know what? The goalpost moved, mate, and now we're also all kicking goals.
Exactly.
Everyone's
So
winning.
I like the handicap question, and a question that my brothers and I have spoken about a little bit. Angus and Will have been to a golf trip in New Zealand and they played Tara Edie, they played a couple of really, really nice courses. Angus went over there off a 6 or a 7, I think he was, and had like a great time because you get caddies and stuff over there, and it's like, and the question on the way back was, what is the handicap that you reckon you have the most fun on a golf trip? And the question being posed in the way that, like, if you're off at 18, yes, you get a shot every hole, but like the caddy's telling you, mate, I want you to hit it here, and you got no fucking idea. Whereas you're off a scratch. The caddy can tell you what to do, but it's like you can't score that well unless you're playing out of your skin. So what's the number that you can go anywhere? So you play any new course for the first time, doesn't matter, and you reckon you can have the most fun and be the most competitive and enjoy yourself the most?
Individual, like what I would want?
Yeah, what would you want? What do you think?
4.
A 4?
I would want 4, 2 each 9 to bugger up a couple of holes and still be able to chase it down.
I feel like if I said 12, I'd be like taking the mickey, but I think, 10. I'd be happy with 10. I feel like I could, like a 10 is a nice number.
I reckon I'm sort of awkward. I'm halfway in between. I'm at a 6. I reckon a 6 you're good enough to be like, if the caddy says, mate, we need to draw this hole, I reckon you can do something. You can draw it up. But like I'm off 9 at the moment, and if I rolled out and the shot required a cut, I can't do it.
You can't hit a fade.
Physically can't.
Oh, brother, I will teach you some things.
Physically can't.
Join up.
If the course requires just a gentle left to right, throw me in the bin.
You like hammer hook over the corner.
I have to, yeah. So at Cot on 4.
This is the worst place to join, Cot.
Yeah.
Everything goes the other way.
On 4 at Cot, I aim out on 12 and bring it back.
Yeah.
On 6 at Cot, I'm fucked. I can't play that hole. I just can't. And because I refuse to take anything but chief, I'm just in trouble. I'm in a world of hurt. Yeah. So I think 6, because you can make the ball talk both ways a little bit more, and like you don't feel, and you can still score a bit.
Yeah, I agree.
Because like I
just know that I'm good. I'm good for like like the day I don't have a double in my scorecard, like I'm winning the event. Do you know what I mean? Like I have huge blowout holes. So that's why 10 or maybe a couple more, I'll be all right.
But like, could you, if the caddy said to you, mate, this is a dog leg left, are you just saying, well,
I just try and hit like a snap hook, and it's just like a little gentle breeze, like right to left. Yeah, that's me trying to hit a snappy.
What if the caddy told you, like, oh, mate, just like a little 7-iron, like 4-iron down here? Are you like, nah? Would you do
I
it?
would tell the caddy, yes. If I had a caddy, I would say, okay, I'll listen to you. But my preference would be at the start of the round to say to the caddy, I would like to hit this more often than not.
Right, okay.
Let me play.
Yeah, where's the drive? Where is the driver going to land?
Yeah, tell me where I can hit this driver. Okay.
He takes irons off tees all the time, and
big 2-iron.
You know
Love
what?
A 2-iron.
Words get said, like stuff that doesn't go in the videos.
I get it because it's smart, but it's not as fun.
No.
So I've broken down the numbers of like Arrowtown when I won.
Yep.
As soon as I put dog away, mate, I shot the lights out, just putting a 4-iron in play on every hole. That's what kept me in it, because the driver was just...
You can't, like, Arrowtown's a different beast. Like, that thing was the tightest golf course
that
in
was
the world.
tricky.
Yeah.
That's why 2-iron comes out. And then when I do pull it out, I put it out of bounds.
Yeah.
I snapped my driver a while ago. This was the second last driver that I had. I snapped. How did I snap it? I reckon it was driver off the deck out of the rough. And just...
Oh, so not in anger?
No, not in anger. Not in anger. Like, actually, like, shattered the sort of the connecting little bit.
Yep.
That just cracked and broke. So I was like, oh, I don't have a driver anymore. But I've got this red Rocket, this old Nike Covert hybrid thing. Ryan Ruffles gave it to me ages ago. I've had it for about 12 years. And it's just my favourite club. And I just hit it so reliably. It's my number one club in the bag. And for about 6 months, that's all I had off the tee. And I went from like a 12 to a 6.3 and then got the Chief back and just went straight back in.
But you feel better about it now.
I feel better about it because
Yeah.
I can hit it further. But I just was like, yes, you think about it and it's just fucking play the percentages. But that's not me.
Well, people say it's like, oh, it's no fun if you don't hit driver. You walk off, well, that stretch of like 5 or 6 holes where you're stringing a nice little score together. Were you having fun?
No.
Bullshit.
No. I wasn't, mate, because I started realizing that
I got footage of you going, yes.
Yeah, but that's nervous energy. That was
Yeah.
I started realizing that I can actually win this thing, and then I was, mate,
Blooding it out.
yeah, I'm still feeling things from that round. I'm telling you.
You just ride the wave.
Yeah, I think I had 35 points. I shot like
Yeah, you
9
did.
9 over or something. 8 over, 9 over.
35, played 34, played
Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
Played gravy.
Gravy was not good.
No, you're shocking. But yeah, I broke 80 on.
Congrats.
So we
It's
had
been a long time since I've done that. Fuck.
we did the podcast Tuesday.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then on the Wednesday at 6:30 in the morning, I got a message saying, "See you shortly." I was like, "What's he talking about?" I booked in for a round of golf. I didn't realise.
Beautiful.
Tee off at 8:01, no warm up, and then shot 79. Very happy with it.
Fuck yeah.
And then on Saturday, I shot 90.
Mm.
So just a wild up and down.
Any golf for you this week?
Coming up? No.
Did you play between the last recording and now?
Oh,
just
that was just
coached?
that game with my mates.
Yeah.
But then even now, there's probably going to be no golf for me till we film at Mount Lawley, which is the 28th.
28,
So
20
I've
days.
got 2 weeks to just maybe practice and have a putt. Got given a lab putter.
Did you?
Yeah.
One of the members let me borrow his.
And
Good.
No.
what's wrong with it?
It's just, I don't know. It's $1,000 and I wouldn't spend $1,000 on it. People swear, I get so many messages about like, this is it, this will fix you up. But I need to look down at a putter and be like, yep, I like the look of that. This thing's, it looks semi-normal, but it still doesn't look right. Like the shafts are back a bit, so the face is forward and it's all balanced and stuff apparently, but I can still miss. But yeah, it's $1,000 for a putter. And if you're missing after that, what's your next option?
Yeah,
Try and
actually,
kick
that's
it in.
true.
Kick it in.
Get the croquet, the
Yeah.
mallet thing. All right. Well, we did this last week, and it was good to get it off our chest. So, Jaden, I think we're going to roll this one again. We've got the timer. If you got the headphones behind you as well, Joel.
Looking. Oh, yeah, here we go.
We'll share. You guys can whack one.
Oh, I got
one.
some.
Oh, no, we got some. Are they plugged in, Jaden? They should be plugged in. So we're gonna just do our minute of frustration, our minute of anything. I'm going to start this time because I've just got some stuff that I'd like to get off my chest when it comes to golf. They're awkward to put in the headphones.
How are you doing that, mate?
they're weird to put in.
I'm just going this way. I don't care.
Just go this way. All right.
Raw dogging it.
Jaden, tell me when to go and I'll hit start, mate. 3, 2, 1, go. What's really getting to me at the moment is my lack of golf that I'm playing. I play football on the Saturday. Typically Sunday's my day to play golf. This week just gone, it was Andrew's 150th, so I had a lot of stuff in the morning, had to then go and sort of celebrate him and whatever. My partner at the moment is away for the week. She's in Gather Round, works for the West Coast Eagles. Perfect time to play golf. Sunday is the day. I got a text yesterday from the boys saying, let's go play Sunday morning. She gets back after 10 days on the Saturday night.
No.
So I can't, and like I know that I can't be just like, sorry, Dale, I'm out for 4.5, 5 hours. So that's killing me. So there's another week that I can't play. I was in form. I had my last few rounds with 35, 34, 33, 35. I was ready to go. And I've had now 2 weeks of a hiatus. It's going to be 3 weeks. My next round is going to be the week after that. And I just feel like I needed to strike while the iron's hot. And I'm just shackled and can't do it. It's devastating. Yeah, that's my minute. Thank you.
You loaded?
Don't
Or
know.
against you, mate.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is you. In 3, 2. Sorry, Dale, I love you, and I know you support me playing golf, but yeah, it just kills me. 3, 2, 1, go.
Um,
Oh, hang on a minute. That was my
okay.
time of starting.
Well, thanks for
And
listening.
1 minute. 1 second.
listening.
1 second. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, roll.
Yeah. Buzz,
Are we going?
no, mine was it's a bit of a YouTube one. That creator, what is it? What's the big one that happened over in Miami?
Create a classic.
No. Liv did one.
The jewels.
And having Cam Smith, as if we don't have an Aussie that teams up together. Like that's
That
the
kills you.
perfect opportunity for me to go over there and me and Cam to come dead last. But how entertaining would that have been? Coming dead last. Did you watch it?
I didn't watch that one. No.
Did you watch it?
Nah.
That's what I mean. Like if I was,
Yeah, if you were there, I would have watched it.
if there was like a bit of an Aussie representation, we've got Cam, we've got me, a couple of Americans. It's I'm hope I'm in the next one. I've got my agent talking. You going to talk to him?
No, mate. Don't send someone else. Not me.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the next one we're involved. But yeah, me and Cam would have done wonders. Even Lucas Herbert, we could have won that. Yeah.
Well done. That's a minute. What I will say on that, as the timer runs out, we obviously don't throw shade and we let everybody vent. That's like Americans just aren't that funny. The American YouTubers are not funny. And
Luke Kwan said that to me.
that's what I think. Looking at it, it's just like, yeah, you guys play some nice courses, you get out a bit and you get a good following, but like, are you funny? Do you have like Grant Horvat? What have you got going for you other than just a beautiful looking swing?
Good. He's a pretty good player.
You know, like you got a really nice swing.
I reckon what they do, because they just join up with each other, so that audience sees this
that
guy,
audience comes
and
to
then
me,
they
I
all
come
just
to you.
build.
Good's the godfather of it, and they're just all. It's like
We're just on the wrong side of the planet.
Well,
but just be a little bit funnier, I think. So that would have been a perfect time to get Ron and the lads involved. Anyway, that's for next year. Rightio, Joel. In 3, 2, 1.
I haven't prepared for this, so I don't really know. You know what? I'm going to go with, I guess, sort of touching on what you spoke about, but the time it takes to play a round of golf. I wish that 9-hole games were more of a thing. Now, I know a couple of clubs that do like a 9-hole tournament, but it's just taken as a joke. No one, you couldn't possibly brag to someone and say, I shot one over, and they go, oh, well done. You say, oh, for 9 holes. You know, it's just like laughed at. I wish that there was some sort of format, and I've heard of a few places in America doing like a 666. They're specifically building these courses into 6-hole, you know, so after 6 holes, it comes back to the clubhouse. Wow. I wish that could get pushed a lot more and you could get through in like an hour and a half for a legitimate game.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like it. Thank you. And with 5 seconds to spare on the clock there too.
Yeah.
That's
time efficient, mate. That's
time
all about
efficient.
it.
Yeah, you just get it. I ragged on my older brother Will a lot last week in this show, and he wasn't happy with it. But one thing I will say about him is there is no man that just is a sucker for pace of play like him. Like
Gets to him.
It just kills him. And he is just so passionate that you shouldn't be on the golf course for more than like 4 hours and 15 minutes max. And at his club, which we're not allowed to say where, but he just is so, like he gets so upset that there is no enforced rule with like letting people through, that there's no like written rule about like just hurry the fuck up.
Yep.
What do we think about that? What's your ideal round?
I think if you can get through in like 4 hours and a bit, you're laughing. You know, like 4.5 hours, no more than that. Cool.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't really care. I'm committed to it. Once I know I'm playing 18 holes, I'm like, you say it's a 12 o'clock tee off. You're going to be there at least an hour early. You get there a little bit earlier so you can have a couple of Guinness as well.
Of course.
And then you're going to stay afterwards for a drink, maybe a bowl of chips, and if you're there late enough to watch prezos. So we're talking like 7 hours, 8 hours.
Yeah.
But then you flip the switch and it's like always the first couple of groups that go off. Like there's a group at our course, like they will get through in like 3 hours 20. It's like then they're not even enjoying the game. They are just trying to set a pace.
Trying to set a record pace.
And I don't think that's enjoyable. That can't be fun. When you're just like, no talk, run, hit, pick up, don't talk, score, go, bang.
But like, if the three of us played and there was no one in front of us, I think we would still walk, we would still just enjoy it, but I think we'd be done in 3.5 hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think we're sprinting through that.
No.
Depends how you play as well.
There's so many quick ways to like just speed up time, just little things like setting your ball up on the green whilst your mate's putting.
Yeah.
Little things like that.
What shits me is like when I'm behind a group of 4 and I've been up their ass all day and they're all watching everyone putt. It's like, mate, okay, if pace of play is the issue, you go and fucking tee off because no one's in front of you.
Yeah.
Just walk to the next hole.
I learnt recently that that's considered rude. Like when you walk off the green and you say 3 of your playing partners are still on the green and you've walked off to like go and tee up, that's considered rude.
I don't think it's rude. I think what's rude is you turning around, seeing that, oh, hang on a minute, Hammer and his mate are just, oh, you're still waiting? No worries. Let me just putt out, walk to the tee. I was on the 4th hole the other week. We caught up to this group, and it was early in the morning. We were the only 2 groups out there at this point. We'd caught up to them. We waited from the 4th hole to the 16th hole. And like at every possible point, they would turn around, we're waiting, turn around, waiting. And it got to the 9th and they didn't let us through at the turn. And I was like, right, we're not getting through them here. That's fine. And so I was resigned to the fact, and it didn't let it impact my game. Got to the 11th and watched them tee off on the par 3. And
you were there as well.
We were there. We'd finished 10. We'd watched them tee off. And there was 4 of them, 2 of us. We'd watched them tee off on the par 3, and they just said, how you going, boys? And I just was like, sorry, mate.
They're setting an example.
Yeah, they're setting an example. And then we got to the 16th hole. Finally, they let us through. And the guy was like, sorry, we've been a bit slow. One of our group members has got diabetes. And I was like, well, you've just about fucking driven him into the ground trying to prove a point. This bloke has just been nose to the grindstone for 14 holes, just pushing himself.
Give him
to
some
the point
lollies or
of
something.
He's nearly collapsed. And you finally just thought, you know what? Fuck, we can't shake these blokes. Let's let them through. That's what's pissing me off a lot. I should have had another minute. That's what's really getting to me. Pace of play on the golf course.
Yep.
Just shits me.
I did come up, I wanted to put a video together recently about the pace of play, and it just was too much. There's too much to cover. You could sit down and talk about it for 45 minutes and not get anywhere about all the issues. And then people disagree with you as well.
So what I think we do as we wrap up this episode, next week, I would like us all to come back with one rule proposal.
For golf or for
golf that will improve the pace of play. Like give me, and it can't be just like, it can't be done, not just shoot anyone who's offered 20.
No.
You know, it's like, what is a rule that Golf Australia or PGA could include in the rule book that you can enforce that would help pace of play?
Do you can get the punters to send something in?
Everyone
Is that going to be ready to go? Send in your stories?
Actually, yeah, Jaden, you got a mic over there? Is that going to be ready? We had a little thing potentially set up. Is that going to be ready to go by next week?
Could be ready to go by next week. We'll definitely aim to have it ready for next week.
Well, it'll be definitely ready by the week after, but hopefully it's ready this week.
Yeah.
What's that? BackChat Studios, is that
Hello
where?
at backchatstudios.com.au. You can send anything in.
Yep, send anything you want in there. Send us in any rule changes that you've got, proposals for speeding pace of play. Send us any Masters predictions. We need them before Thursday. If you got them, if you send me the winner on next Monday night, I'll be like, oh, well, sweet, mate. Good on you.
Shot, mate.
Legend. That'd be good. Send us any golf videos, any golf stories, anything golf related you want to send in, flick it through to us. You can hit us up at The Swing of It on Instagram as well. We check that. That'll be fun. But yeah, that's what I reckon we do next week. We bring back a rule that will help increase. I'm going to ask Will as well. I'm going to ask my brother as well because he's got a few of them. He just fucking hates it.
I'm going to ask ChatGPT as well. See what that can come up
Yeah,
with.
see what that can cook up. But I reckon that's our challenge for next week. We'll bring that back. And any other punters that are listening along, feel free to bring it back as well. That's just about it for me. I'm not going to go to footy training. About to piss my pants. Actually, you've done well to get through this.
I had a piss like 10 seconds before we started recording and I'm busting.
You got to download it's this time every year. Download the Masters app, the best golf app ever made.
Is it?
It's so good. Do you know?
Mate?
I don't think I've ever had it.
Oh,
Nah, it's good.
How? Why?
Do it.
You could do whatever you like on it. You want to see your favorite player? You can watch him play this whole round, no matter what they shot. You just find them.
Live, like you see watching the video of them.
Pretty much. It's pretty quick. Like they play the hole out. You could go back and watch him play the hole.
Yeah. Oh,
like it just goes first shot.
Yeah, you've sold it to me already.
Yeah.
That's
It's
sold.
the best app I've ever seen.
It's by far and away the best app for golf. So yeah,